This is Garfield. It's a bitch to get up. Alright, it is now, what day is it, Sunday? Yeah, it's now Sunday, and yeah, I'm still in Lincoln. Bad news. So I've mentioned a couple times about my whole debit card debacle and receiving my new debit card from Kauai. And it was supposed to be here yesterday via Priority Mail Express, and of course it never showed up. And today, well, it's a holiday weekend, so the post office is closed tomorrow too. So I'm in a position now where I'm kind of stuck in Lincoln. But Pterodactyl came to the rescue. He's a trail angel. He told me to go ahead and hike 26 miles over Franconia up to Crawford Notch, and then tomorrow night he is going to come and pick me up and bring me back to Chet's, and then Tuesday morning I should be able to get my debit card, hitch ahead to where I hopped off trail, and kind of get rolling Nobo again. So fingers crossed this all works out. Going up there, so steep and rocky. Alright, I'm taking a quick lunch break, and then I'll run around the top here and show you some views. While there isn't much of a view, this is the top of Lafayette. Unfortunately, I cannot hang. I need to get in like 7 more miles at least today. So I gotta keep pushing. I had to put on the afterburners, man, to get away from that crowd of people. I just hiked as fast as I could and like ran up hills just to distance myself, just so I could have a little bit of peace and quiet up here. It's nice. right, ran into Preacher Dan in Oklahoma there.
Hey.
You remember Oklahoma back from when the forest fire, way back in Hot Springs. He looks a little different now though. He cleaned up his hair and his beard. Shaved himself up, but look at this view. Look at this. Look at this. Trail is getting to my knees, man. Oh, Garfield's been kicking my butt so far, and I'm really hoping that I haven't, bit off more than I can chew here. I had 2 days to bang out 28 miles through the whites, so I can get picked up at, I guess, Crawford Notch by Pterodactyl. And I'm 10 miles into it. And it's already like 4 or 5. It's getting late fast. I got to get at least 4 more miles done today to even make this doable. I don't want, this guy's willing to drive an hour out of his way to come pick me up tomorrow. And I got to try as hard as I can to actually make it there. So I got to get 4 more in at least. I got to get 14 done today. That'll give me 14 tomorrow, and I'll start early at like 4 or 5 in the morning. Man, these miles just don't come as quick as they used to. Not through the whites anyway. They're kicking my butt, man. Whew. Garfield. It's a bitch to get up. We're just up over there. We rode that ridge all the way down and up. Woo. Alright, I'm just about to Galehead Hut, and I'm going to make a quick stop there, refill my water, get a whole bunch of water, and probably push another 1/10 to 2/10 of a mile, because there's a couple of sell spots right past Galehead Hut. It's where the workers direct people to if the work for stay's full. I don't really want to do a work for stay tonight because while I would love to work tonight and eat and stuff, I got to get out of there really early in the morning, so I can't really hang out and work at the hut and help the crew. So I'm going to push past it. Whew. Almost there. Alright, I just stopped at Galehead Hut, and I was surprised to see Butters and Two Sweet there. I didn't think I was going to catch up to them. They left like late in the afternoon yesterday, and I somehow caught them, which is awesome. But they're staying at the Galehead Hut, and I think they're doing like a work for stay there. I need to get out of here early tomorrow morning because I've gotten just about my 14 miles in today, and I got to do the same amount of miles tomorrow now. So I got to get up really early and get out of camp. Probably I'll be on trail by like 6 a.m. I'll be watching the sunrise. The hut is filled up with work for stay. So I'm going about 0.1 to 0.2 past the hut which is where the crew usually directs people to go when they get to the hut too late to do a work for stay. So. Alright, back in here. It's gonna be my home for the night. Looks good to me. Whew. Hey, it's 5 a.m. I got to get an early start today. I got 14 miles to get to, I think it's Crawford Notch, right by the base of Mount Washington, and Pterodactyl's going to pick me up, take me back to Chet's in Lincoln, so I can pick up my debit card tomorrow morning. I made a massive mistake when I packed for this little excursion. When I left Chet's, I did not bring any coffee with me, but thankfully I have some Mio with caffeine, which hopefully keeps the caffeine headache away. 5 a.m. man, it's early. Oh, I'm tired. I was first making my oatmeal here and get to hiking. Alright. After about 5 minutes of trying to figure out where the trail was, I found it. And I am hiking. And no, it is not even 6 o'clock in the morning yet. I'm gonna get some miles in today. Whew. Man, I want this sun to come out. It's kind of sketch. A lot of these rocks are wet and slippery. My vision isn't good to begin with. And super dark. But it would be nice to get to the top of this mountain and see a sunrise. Oh, God. So much for the sun. At least I can see now, but everything's clouded in. Whew. Hopefully it doesn't rain. Feels like it's going to, though. And that would suck. No views today. I'm walking in the clouds. Alright, so far this is pretty much an exact repeat of, my last time through the Whites. I had one day with really good weather up on Franconia going, over to Lincoln and Garfield and all that. And then just about every single day after that, it was weather like this. With no views, rain, everything fogged in. So when people ask me normally like, hey, how'd you like the Whites? I mean, before my reply was always, I hate the Whites. I don't like them. The reason is it's very difficult hiking. It will murder your knees. There's tons of really steep, slippery ascents and descents. And you're really lucky if you get any views whatsoever. So far, exact repeat. I don't like the Whites. Don't like them at all. Bring on Southern Maine. Let me get the hell out of New Hampshire. Whew. All right. The universe listened to me. It stopped raining and the sun is out. And there are blue skies. Maybe I'll get some views after all, and my hatred for New Hampshire will subside. Fingers crossed. Whew. So I forgot to pack my coffee with me, which is unfortunate. The meal with caffeine got me through till now, but luckily I am hitting a hut, which means I can purchase a cup of coffee. I'm excited about that. Not only did I just get coffee, but they had leftovers from breakfast. Free breakfast! Yeah! Alright, I am leaving the Zealand hut. After a wonderful breakfast of oatmeal, sausage, and eggs. And now, I don't know, I got like 7 or so, but I just ran into some Sobos, and they told me that the next 7 is super easy. I'll probably be at the bottom by 1 or 2. And then I can call Terry and let him know that I will be ready by 3 o'clock to be picked up. Tell you what, man, since leaving the hut, other than a quick little rocky downhill, this has been an awesome trail. I'm loving it. Woo, it's never too late to start the day over, man. I had to do that because I was miserable this morning when it was raining. So I'm happy now. I'm digging New Hampshire again. You know, the whites just make me highly bipolar, that's all. Woo. All right, making good time. I gotta get down to Crawford Notch, get this ride back to Lincoln, and get my damn bank card. Woo! Cruising. Woo. Luckily, the trail has been great since that hut, man. It's 10:30 in the morning and I've already got 10 miles in. So, it's really good. It's looking like I'm gonna get to this gap 2 or 3 hours earlier than 3 o'clock, which is good. I should be there by 1 easily. So, I gotta hopefully get a signal and let Terry know what time I'm gonna be there. Pterodactyl, coming to save the day. Alright, I have reached the road. It's not too shabby. It's not even 1 o'clock yet. I think it's like 12:50. But that is not too bad. That's like just about 29 miles of the whites in a day and a half. So not too shabby. I feel like I could probably get up to Lakes of the Clouds, which is another 11 from here. I could probably get that in today. But it's not gonna happen. I gotta go back to Chet's and get this debit card. So, whew. All right, let me go find a phone signal somewhere. Good luck with that, right? That's the Mount Washington Hotel. And that's Pterodactyl, man. Former thru hiker, he's helping me out so much, man. Picked me up down at Crawford Notch, and it's like a 45-minute hour drive back to Lincoln, back to Chet, so I can get my bank card tomorrow, man.
Yeah.
But what year did you hike?
2016, class of.
Woohoo! Oh yeah, man. Well, thank you so much for the ride. I appreciate it.
Got it, Griz.
All right, so it's Tuesday. I'm finally leaving Chet's place for good. Leaving Lincoln for good. My debit card came in the mail this morning, so right now I'm going to eat some food, and I got a very difficult hitch back to Crawford Notch, which is about a 45-minute drive from here, and it's going to require me hitching to several different roads. So, whew, this is going to be an adventure. Alright, I just caught a ride from Route 3 to Interstate 93, and then I got dropped off at the Route 3 exit on 93. I'm just about halfway to Crawford Notch. I gotta come down here, hitch on Route 3 North up to Route 302, and then take Route 302 North up to Crawford Notch. I'm not concerned with hiking today. I'm not really gonna get any hiking done. It's almost 3 o'clock already. By the time I get back to the trail, I'm just gonna set up, call it a day, wake up tomorrow morning, and get a fresh start on the day. Whew. Oh yeah, got a ride, yay! All right, I just got dropped off by Morgan at 302 and her cute dog. And now I just gotta hike down to Crawford Notch, man. I gotta hitch down there, so fingers crossed, I hope I get a ride somewhat quickly so I can get back to the trail. This is all working out, man. Maybe I'll even hike today. Woohoo! All right, I'm back on trail, but I am not going very far. I think I'm hiking literally 1 to 3/10 of a mile today. I'm calling it quits. It's almost 5 already. You know me, I'm not a late hiker. I don't work that way. Whew.